Hey y'all. It's Delores, the pastor's daughter. And guess what? I got my natural hair back. I'm rocking the curls now. So hey, what y'all doing? It is Wednesday. Look at mine. Okay, am I good? It is Wednesday, the 22nd? September 22nd. Wow. So hey, Wednesdays is my cleaning day. I have a housekeeper, y'all. I don't need nobody judging me. Listen, my housekeeper is everything. Okay, what is that? She is everything, and she is a blessing. I'm truly blessed to have her. But on those days that she comes and cleans, I do laundry. Like I clean the linens, change the sheets, you know, all that good stuff. And she does everything else. So I was just thinking, speaking of which, before I get into the mess, how are y'all doing? Like, how is everybody? I was talking about some self-care stuff, you know what, 2 videos ago, maybe a video ago, and so have y'all been doing anything, like, as far as self-care? Maybe drinking more water, or meditating, or anything? Y'all doing anything? I can't say that I've actually enacted anything yet, but I plan to. So yeah, I plan to. But anyway, so yeah, I was just thinking yesterday, thinking about it like overnight, that oh, I know what I want to tell y'all. Also, like on my Wednesdays, right, when my housekeeper comes, and she comes every other Wednesday. It's like every 2 weeks. And sometimes if, you know, we haven't been like really doing too much stuff around the house, you know, as far as like we haven't had company, or, you know, like if we've been cooking a lot, you know, stuff like that, we might be able to stretch it like 3 weeks. But I like to keep, you know, everything on a 2-week schedule. So I usually do some grocery shopping on that day too, on Wednesdays, on like my cleaning day. But I didn't have to this time, because I ended up going grocery shopping. I think it was over the weekend. I went and got some stuff. So I looked in the refrigerator. I didn't really need anything, so I'm not gonna do that. But when I do my grocery shopping day, like when I go to grocery shopping, right, I don't cook on those days, because, like, I mean, who wants to cook after you've gone grocery shopping? I mean, come on. So I usually go to Chick-fil-A, right? But see, like, that's like my maybe 1-2 days a week, you know, that I go to Chick-fil-A, and so I look forward to it, you know. So even though I didn't have to go grocery shopping, you know, and all that stuff, I'm still gonna go and get my Chick-fil-A, you guys. And then I'm gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna go take a nap, because I'm tired now. I told you I get tired off of doing the simplest things. So like it's not even like the simplest things, I just get tired off of everything, let's put it that way. So even though I like did like laundry, you know, I clean the linens, change the bedding, all that good stuff, I'm tired. And then I was up kind of early. I got up early because I was tired yesterday. So I did some work, but I laid around and slept a lot. yesterday. But I got up, I don't know, maybe it was like 12 something maybe. I started doing some work, and I've pretty much been up ever since. So I'm tired now. And then I was cleaning too, so, you know, I'm tired. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about, let's get to it. I have a confession. Are y'all ready for this? Like, I really have a confession here. Serious. How do I say this? Yeah, I have daddy issues. That's my confession. I have daddy issues. And you know, they're not even like really like daddy issues, you know? They are wounds, like father wounds. And that's different from daddy issues. Because, okay, so this is what I feel like the difference is, right? In my mind, this is what I feel like the difference is. Just coming off the top of my head, and just what, you know, what bit I know from my experience, and, you know, what I can see, you know, from my perspective. I feel like daddy issues are like, they're like, okay, how do you handle conflicts in your relationship? How do you pick, it comes, I think daddy issues kind of come across really in your romantic relationships, and it's at kind of like a different type of level than a wound per se, you know? Like, I think you can have daddy issues, and this probably ain't making no sense, but like, I'm just gonna go with it. I think you could have daddy issues from like a father who is young, ill-informed, absent, you know. I think you get into wounds when there's a time period, when there's a longer time period, for one, like when you've had to deal with like the issues, like your father issues, your daddy issues, and when you had to deal with them for a long period of time, and when you've tried to work with your parent through them. I think that's the difference between issues and wounds. As it relates to like your parent-child, well, your father and child relationship. And I don't know. I mean, I can't really speak for male children. So I don't even want to like touch that yet. I think that it would be interesting, for the guys who follow me, who subscribe to my channel, watch my videos. If y'all can tell me, if it's like the same experience for you. I don't really know. But it seems like that's a label that's... Hold on, y'all. I'm at Chick-fil-A. I'm about to order something. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm waiting for my food. The girl in the Chick-fil-A line, she said, "You look beautiful, by the way." That was so sweet. I wish I could have gave her two. Anyway, so okay, yeah. So what was I saying? Issues and wounds. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe issues and wounds are pretty much the same thing. It just doesn't seem like it, I think that if it is kind of the same thing, it needs to be separated. Because I don't know, it seems like like you would have daddy issues when it's like I said, you have an immature father or a ill-informed, you know, and like their relationships with the mother, or, you know, their relationships with other females are kind of like problematic, but not necessarily abusive and manipulative and controlling and stuff, you know, or just outright abandonment type stuff, you know. It seems like it's a little bit of a difference, but I think issues can turn into wounds, you know. So maybe it's like just levels to it or something. I don't know. So y'all let me know, like, chime in and see, like, let me know if that makes any sense at all. I don't know. In my mind, it makes sense, you know. But sometimes when it's like you try to actually verbalize something, you come out with it and you're just like, wait a minute, does that make any sense at all? You know, like trying to hear it back to yourself. But anyway, so like I was saying, I think that issues can turn into wounds when you try to address the issues, and then those things turn into more, you know, they turn into more of a problem. Like, I think sometimes if you have like an issue, you know, like let's say a daughter has an issue with her father, you know, like let's say I go on to like my future relationships, and I've noticed like my way of being with those men, like maybe you know, I have an issue with submission, or, you know, maybe just more surface level type stuff, you know, stuff that can really be like worked through with you know, like a basic level, or, you know, not extensive therapy and stuff like that, you know. When you get into wounds, I think that's different, you know. It's like there's a different level of healing and a different level of work that has to take place. It's different. So I can't even really say, you know, I say daddy issues, you know, but I've already worked through the daddy issues, you know. I've worked through the surface level stuff, you know, and now it's like I'm working on healing the wounds, and that's a different thing. And I think what I've been noticing is that there are a lot of people with daddy issues, but there are a whole lot of wounded people too. And when you've been wounded by your father, you know, that can happen on, you know, multiple levels, you know, on all levels, you know, all different forms of abuse, and, you know, and all of that. Like it can happen on, you know, any one or all of, or a few of, or, you know, but either way, whatever type of abuse it was, or whatever, it's a wound there, you know. And that takes a different level of work, you know, of healing that needs to take place when you've been wounded. And so I think that as I'm moving forward in this, my food's coming. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. You too. I hope I said, and I didn't say. I meant to get, I messed up. I meant to get grilled chicken on that salad, and it is fried. So, that's gonna suck. Anyway, so like I was saying, like the wounds are different. That's a different level, in a different, it takes just more extensive work to heal that. To heal wounds, you guys. Like, that's something serious. And you know what? I was doing a live, and someone was asking me, I believe it was Minister Ben, asking me about R.C. Blake's, and if I listened to R.C. Blake's. And I did when I first started my journey of healing from my father wounds. And that's who I first heard talking about father wounds, was R.C. Blake's. As a matter of fact, I was so fond of R.C. Blake's when I first started my healing journey that, I just kind of call him like my internet father, because I feel like when you've been in a family that where narcissistic abuse has happened, it's like you have to redefine your family. It's like some family roles are just left abandoned. Once you cut off a narcissist, it's like several family roles and friend roles that are just left vacant, and it's for your own good that has to happen. You can't, once you cut off a narcissist, you will be cutting off a good bit of other people too. You have to be prepared for that. But yeah, so like the father role, I mean, obviously, for obvious reasons, I really took to R.C. Blake's. He really, like, his content really resonated, his message really resonated with me, and he was the first person that I heard talk about the father wound. And so I listened to a lot of his videos, and I was telling other people about him too, because I felt like it really helped me to understand what I was supposed to get, like what was really missing in my relationship with my father. And you have to understand, like, my father was there, like he prides himself on saying, like, on the fact that he never left us, so he'll say, like, I never left, and it's like, really, that's a manipulation tactic that he uses, because what he's really trying to say is, I should have left y'all. I should have left you, but I didn't, and I'm gonna need you to, behave accordingly and show some appreciation and some reciprocity. That's really what he's saying. He's trying to get his way at the moment, so he'll say, well, I never left you. Okay. But anyway, and so it was like, when you have a father that's there but not there, it's like not really doing what a father should do, or doing things that a father should not do, it changes you. And so he, like, his content really, really resonated with me. And so I regarded him as my internet father, my YouTube father. And I say it like it's past tense because it is. I don't look at him like that anymore. And that's only because I really don't desire for anyone to fill that role of my father. I really don't desire that. I don't really feel like any man can. And I will judge them harshly. I will be looking and examining just like I did with my own father. And I don't think that any man can really live up to that amount of scrutiny, nor should I be looking for anyone or expecting anyone to do that, but that would be the role. That those are the job requirements, and so the only one that I know who can fill that role is God, and so I'm just gonna let him do it, I don't feel the need to have anyone fill that role for me. And maybe, I don't know, maybe that'll change, maybe that'll change as time goes by, as I get older, or I don't know, maybe that'll change, because at one point I did, so, and now I don't. So maybe I will again. I don't know. What was my point? What was my whole point? I don't really think I had any point. I was talking about the father wound. That was my whole point, right? To tell you guys I have daddy issues. I'm just saying, like, if we can just go ahead and just say, okay, well, she has daddy issues, then we can just go ahead and like move past that, right? I just feel like a lot of people do, a lot of people have daddy issues. But what happens is we take it out on the people who weren't responsible for it. Probably wasn't there, probably wasn't born, at the time. And here we are taking out the pain that we experienced from our father, the wounds that we have not healed and the issues that we have not overcome. We're taking it out on our sons, on our daughters, on our husband, on our boyfriend, on our friendships, on our other parent. We're taking it out on everybody else. We're taking it out on our employees, on our bosses, our co-workers. We're taking it out on service workers. We're taking our pain out on someone. That's the thing. It's like when you deny it, it doesn't just make it go away. It doesn't just make it go away. The only thing is you've just deflected. Aimed your anger and your rage, your maladaptive behaviors, you've directed them at people who don't deserve that. People who didn't cause your pain. So, I don't know, it's like, even when Bishop was like, don't blame your father, I was like, this just seems like more of the same of the manipulation, the manipulation that it seems like is run so rampant in the church. It just seems like, wouldn't that be such a powerful healing, if that was possible? It's not possible, but I'm just saying, from the bishop's perspective, why wouldn't he be more concerned about me working out the issues with my father, getting it out, so that other relationships can thrive, so that actual healing can take place? And it's like, in my mind, I'm thinking, is he even concerned about that? Is he even really concerned about healing taking place? Or is the whole game of it all is to keep us sick and keep us unhealthy, keep all of our other relationships in trouble? Because look, if I have father issues, daddy issues, father wounds, right? And I am facing my father head on, right? Now, mind you, I have tried all these other methods. This social media and, all these pages that I've dedicated to this, like, it's like, that's the focus. I have my focus on the person who actually caused my pain. So then all my other relationships can be healthy, right? If I address this relationship. So what you're really telling me is that you really don't have any interest in my other relationships thriving and being healthy. You want me sick. You want me unhealthy. And you want everybody that has anything to do with me to be unhealthy too, because when we're unhealthy, we need you. That's when people go to the church. when they find themselves in a place where they need it? When do you need it? When your world is falling apart. When is your world falling apart? When you're not handling the issues and the wounds that you have. Your world is going to fall apart. Right? This is not a foreign concept. It's not even a foreign concept to think that people want to keep you sick. They want you unhealthy. Because when you're sick and you're unhealthy, you need them. Who would want that? Really? Who would really just want you? Who would really, let me just make it personal for a minute. Why would you want me unhealthy? I have sons. So then, if my kids have issues, my sons have issues, then what? It's my fault? Because anytime a boy has issues, they're looking at the mom, right? Like, but here I am actually trying to handle the issue and the wounds that I have with the person that I have them with. And that's an issue? Because you want me sick. And you want my kids sick. And you want my marriage sick. So yeah, daddy issues, father wound, got it. But I am actually directing my anger and my righteous rage at the man who caused it. And that's what we all should do. Face those wounds head on. Focus. Focus fury. Because sometimes it takes you getting mad as hell for some change to take place, for some things to happen, for some moves to be made. The only thing that's really happening when, like, let's say Bishop says, hey, don't blame your father. He just becomes part of the focus. He put himself in the target zone, so to speak. And that's because you failed to separate yourself. I put this post out, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I said plot twist. The wheat are supposed to separate themselves from the tares. I don't know if that makes sense to you. The wheat are supposed to separate themselves from the tares. Why are we sitting here as wheat, letting these weeds suck up all of our nutrients? Why are we letting them take every good thing we have? I'm going to separate myself from the weeds. Did I say weeds a while ago? The wheat needs to separate themselves from the tares. It's the weeds. The wheat separate themselves from the weeds. The weeds that suck up nutrients that kind of look good, but they ain't no good. It's not good for anything. But just sucking up the goodness from the wheat. I just believe that this is the time where we separate ourselves from this foolishness. Like, separate ourselves from it. I'm not waiting for anyone to come and separate me from what's not good in this world. Be it my father or anyone or anything else. I can separate myself. I can remove myself. And so can you. If you are the wheat, you need to separate yourself from the tares. You need to separate yourself from the weeds that are out here, that are sucking up every good thing. That's all they're doing. Ain't giving no type of nutrients, no nothing. Not providing anything to anybody. It's no good for us. You're just sucking up. Anyway, I'm at home and I got Chick-fil-A. Y'all making my fries get cold. I told you, y'all, every time I get on this camera, I don't be wanting to do it. But every time I get on here, y'all get me to talking. Ooh, y'all know what y'all be doing. Y'all give me the talking, and then look at that, 32 minutes, 12, 14, 15 seconds. Come on, y'all. I'm gonna take a nap, and I'm gonna come back, because we got some stuff to talk about. We gotta talk about these daddy issues and these father wounds. I'm not the only one who has them. But I know one thing. I'm directing it at the man who caused it. Not at every other man in my life. Catch it. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Bye-bye for now.